Konnichiwa, what's up gang, and welcome back to another video. I am so excited to film today because I found a corner in my bedroom that I'm really happy with, where I have natural lighting and my monstera at the back. I am itching for something creative to do because I have been doom scrolling too much, so in a little bit of a slump. I am also, I think, about to be behind on my posting schedule on YouTube, but after this video I will go ahead and edit that one and upload it later, so that's okay. I finished like the majority of it. So today I want to talk about the things that I brought with me on my multi-day hike. I recently went on a hike with my girly pops, and then with it, oh jeez, I carried 13 kg worth of shit. Now that includes my cook system, my sleep system, food, clothes, first aid kit, you know the gist. Now this is a 4 days 3 nights adventure, and we would be hiking from one campsite to another, and at the campsite there's facilities like toilet and a little shed area for cooking, and it was really nice. It was platformed for your tent as well, so you don't need to be on the ground, which was amazing because let me tell you, the leeches will get you. Okay, I think I might film a separate video on the whole journey itself. I might speak a little bit here and there about it. I think it's worth its own story. For this video then, I will just go through what I brought with me. I filmed a video of what I was going to bring, so prior to this, but then I thought, you know, I don't give a fuck because what if I don't use the thing? So after the trip, it's more useful because it gives me more information. So we'll be going through that. Okay, I will stop rambling now. Or actually, I'm about to be rambling a lot. I'm also wearing my headphone because I think the kids around the neighborhood are going to have the best time. It is after school hours, so they're about to run around and have the best shit and have the best time ever, as they should. And I don't want to be distracted by that, so I'm just gonna pop her on and not hear anything. Okay, so sorry that you can't see it, but she's down here, and let's go through it. Okay, the reason why I want to film it now is because I want to have everything contained so that I just pick it out as I go, so that I don't miss anything. But also, I have really stinky clothes and it needs to be washed, so it has to be done today. What I'm thinking of doing is I'm going to make a list, like a packing list, and then I will have that included in my description, and it will be neatly categorized. Ooh, the group is calling. Hold on. First, I brought my sitting pad. This thing is really, it weighs nothing. You could bring it everywhere with you, and it's very comfortable because most of the time it would be rocky as well, so very good. Next, let's go through my cook system. This is my trusty cooking system. I just got it on Amazon. It's pretty good. In here, you would just have this stove that I got from Bunnings, and then it comes with just that, and then yeah, pretty good. I don't think it's as lightweight as the jet boil, but it does the job, and I take this with me camping as well, so not complaining. What I also add to this cook system is these foil bits. Oops. So this one acts like a lid when I cook, if both are being used, because this can also act as a lid, but sometimes I use it to hold other food, so this will act as a lid. I also have one other bigger piece. I think this is the bigger piece, so then I would use it to cover the bottom of the stove so that if it's too windy, then you can still cook and a lot of the heat is not just blown away. With this, I also bought this little cloth thingies. This is actually only like a half of a size. I cut it in half because I figured I'd never need a full size. That's quite big. And a lighter, just in case. I don't need a lighter for this stove. So my friend got something similar and her stove has to be started with a lighter. So be very, very careful and read into what you need to work the stove, because what I find is it's a bit inconvenient to have a lighter and do your stove. So that's a cook system. Next, I will go through my sleep system. I have my sleeping bag that I store in this just a rubbish bag. So I think ideally I would want another dry bag, but honestly I didn't have time or money to purchase another dry bag. So here I am using this just to make sure that if it rains or the water leak, the water actually did fucking leak inside my bag for the whole day. I think 600 ml of my water was leaking the whole time, because I'm like, why the fuck is my bum wet the whole day? And then the inside of the bag was wet, but none of the content was wet, because everything is packed either in this rubbish bag or a dry bag. So for sleep system, I really only have this one as a major thing. And then along with that is a pillow. This Sea to Summit pillow. I didn't like it at first, but honestly, I don't mind now. So, and then what else did I have? I also had my sleep liner, because we checked the temperature for this trip and the lowest was about 21 to 23, and then on the day it was actually 19. So we were like, it ain't gonna be that cold, so we're just gonna bring the sleep liner and some warm clothes rather than the whole ass sleeping bag. I did regret it on the first night, but only the first night, so it wasn't too bad. I then knew how to layer up myself for the second night, so it was okay. Honestly, it wasn't too bad. I think if I brought my thermal pants, then it would have been really good. On the third night, it was so humid that we didn't even use our sleeping liner. That's just how hot it was. So all in all, it was like neutral. So a night was really perfect, and then one night was really cold, and then one was really hot. So, but overall it was hot. So pack for the weather. The one thing that I would do differently in relation to sleep system is pack a sleeping bag regardless. If your sleeping bag is light and small and can easily be shoved into your bag, then it'll be worth bringing. You just want to prepare for the worst. Otherwise, bring thermals. Do not cut on it. I actually ended up not packing any thermals. But honestly, if I had one, my first 2 nights of sleep would have been way more comfortable. On the second night, I ended up using my dirty pants. So I gotta do what I gotta do to keep myself warm. It wasn't too bad. If you want things to be clean completely, then bring separate thermos pants for when it's cold. Okay, the next thing is another dry bag. So this is a 13 liters Sea to Summit bag. In here, I would have all of my clean clothes, and clean clothes only, including the sleep liner in this bag. So everything is contained in this bag. That's why even when the water was leaking, I wasn't too worried, because everything is in a dry bag. Anything important is in a proper dry bag. I have had this dry bag for like the past 2 years. I went traveling to Vietnam with it. Anytime I travel, I just bring it. So it is really good. Another dry bag is this little sack. Let me check the volume for this one. I think this is 3 to 5 liters, but in here I had all of my medication, and I think my first aid kit. So my first aid kit. Again, it is inside another Ziploc bag. So this is something that I don't want to take any chances on. It's inside a bag, inside a bag. And then my medication in a separate bag because these ones are sharp and I don't want it to puncture any of my first aid goodies. Next is this tent repair kit. I accidentally bought 2 and I just bought them all anyways in case my friend need one as well. It wasn't too heavy. I wasn't too concerned with it. Honestly, my bag was already way too heavy for what it is, so like what's an extra 10 grams gonna do? And then I'll just have some pads. In here, I already took it out because I was using it last night. It's also my eye mask and my loop earplug. Okay, low-key, these are the best shit ever. Like on the first night, I mean it could be dangerous, but I wasn't too concerned with it because I was with my friend. But on the first night, some motherfuckers were walking around our campsite and I think my friend heard that they also stepped on our platform. So the way that this campsite set out is that you have very distinct area for each platform, for each tent. So bro was like stepping onto our platform, which is like not the vibe. But I didn't hear anything, I didn't see anything because I was plugged in and loaded, ready for bed. And on the third night when it was raining and lightning as well, couldn't hear a thing and I was sleeping really well. So yeah, I would recommend bringing an earplug or eye mask if that's what you're comfortable with. I think I only do that if I sleep in a tent with my friend or my partner. If I was to be by myself, I don't think I would. Yeah, I know I won't because you need to be able to hear your surroundings. So yeah, that's in this dry bag. I've got this little mesh bag. Originally, it was used to store my filter system, so the soya squeeze, but then it evolved, so then I just use it for my little bits and pieces of food. So these are my breakfast food and like the rubbish, blah blah. So everything is stored neatly in the one bag. I think the rest in my bag is just dirty clothes, so I'm not gonna take it out. It is really stinky. Actually, I'm just gonna leave it out so I can remember to wash it later. Okay, next is the tent. On the side of my bag, I would just have these poles. And I'm really proud to come up with a system, but I squeezed it into these guys. So this is the bulk of my tent. This is shared between me and my friend. If my bag is too heavy, then he would be carrying it. So we can halve the shit and hopefully it's not too heavy. Now, the pouch up here. This is my easily accessible pouch. So, okay, sorry. So this is while we're here. We're just gonna go through what is in the pouch. First, we have this water filtration system. I need to clean this today. I need to clean it today. It's not safe and I need to back flush the soya squeeze thing as well. Otherwise, we might ruin it. And then I also brought this spare one. This was unnecessary, but it was the first time I used the soya squeeze and I didn't want anything to fail. So just there, just in case. It provided me a peace of mind. So next, this cloth liner. I really strongly recommend bringing these because me and my friends were using this and we were all sharing it. Very useful. At the end of the day, you were sweating your clothes. You wanted to hang it somewhere so that it can air out. On the last night as well, I washed my pants and I was able to hang it up here and then it dried overnight. Next is this flex tail headlamp. TBH, I didn't use it as much until the last morning actually, where we had to pack up the tent while it was still dark. It has a red light function which were really useful. It doesn't hurt your eyes as much. For me, I would always bring one even if I don't really plan to use it. This is, I don't know, this is like a fear as well. I really want to have a source of light with me at all time, and my phone, it might die. Honestly, this might die as well, but it provides like security for me. And next is this bandana I could wear it throughout the hike, but I didn't because this time I brought my neck gaiter as well, so I use that for all of the time. But this one can serve as a pressure band-aid if you need snake bites goodies, although I do have a snake bite bandage. Or if you need to wash like a wound, this can be useful. It's just there, it's just a useful item for me. Sometimes I just tie it on my bag to add a little bit of character. Do you know what I mean? Next thing is this little light which we use at night to light up my tent. I stole this from my partner, and again, that was useful. Honestly, these two things, I could have just picked one, but I wanted both, so it's there. For next time, I don't think I'll be bringing this one if we have the headlamp. Next is a spare poncho. Now this is because it was predicted to rain on the first 2 days. I just wanted to make sure that I have extra plastic bags on me if I need it. And an actual poncho that we actually didn't need to use because it did not rain that much. Even on the first day when it was sprinkly, it was quite pleasant, so not complaining. Hand sunny is always at the front pocket or like on my hip pocket, somewhere easily accessible after you pee, after you do your business, before you cook. 5 moments of hand hygiene clutching in. Now on this trip, it is very important, or any trip in my opinion, it's very important that hand hygiene is there if you can afford it. We also brought like wilderness soap. Wash your hands before you cook your meals, just like to prevent really any chance of you getting sick at all, because like you touch a bunch of shit on trail, you know, so making sure that your hands are clean before you cook, very important, so you don't get sick. This neck bandage is living in the easily accessible pouch because, and all of my friends know this as well, so they know where to grab it should anything happen. This extra shoelace, oh my gosh, I think I'm really happy with my packing list because I get to use a lot of them. Like this I need to use as well. Insert clip somewhere. I use it to hang my clothes because if the other line is not enough, and I use it to hang my filter system in the afternoon when we filter water because I can't be fucked squeezing all the time. Other bits and pieces that live on my bag. So this is a pea cloth, and this is a tick remover that stays here because I just know that when my friend or me get a tick, we might just freak the fuck out. So I want to have it somewhere easily accessible for all of us. Okay, in the hip pocket, I have my pocket knife and my snacks for the day. Usually I would have my beef jerky, a little bit of sweets, a little bit of nuts, treats, bits and pieces. It lives on my right hip pocket, and then on my left hip pocket I would have like a little pocket knife, I don't know, in case I needed to cut something is there. My lipstick, my lip balm, because a girl still gotta look cute and feel cute. So yeah, and you know, I also brought soap, deodorant, all of my toiletry kit. Oh, okay, in my easy to access pocket there was also a poop pouch. Now it sounds disgusting, but in that pouch is essentially just like a Ziploc bag, and I would have extra toilet paper because I didn't know that the facility also provided toilet paper. What a luxury, right? I also had wet wipes, I had hand sanitizer and soap. So I was expected to dig my own holes when I go and do my business. So my thinking is that each time I go, I would just bring that pouch, and it has everything that I need, especially soap and hand sanitizers in there. So easily accessible. But I don't know where it is. I think at the end I needed to use the zipper, so it's gone. So yeah, that's all I brought for the hike. Now, I think I will be talking about the experience of the hike in another video because I am still reflecting on it. I am allowing myself a week to continue to write and reflect on this journey because it was rough. My girlies witnessed my third base for the first time, I think, where I literally went non-verbal. I did not talk to anyone. I cried, and also it was before my period, and I'm just like emotional and hormonal. Shit was so heavy. So there was a lot to learn along the way as well. So I want to properly reflect and really make a video on it that could be useful to my future self and you guys. So I think that will come out later. But for now, that's what I brought. And I hope to provide the link to everything if you are interested in it. I will try to insert as many photos or videos of me using the gear if that's what you're interested in. To set up the context, this is my first ever multi-day hike. So I've been hiking for years and I've done my first overnighter last year. And so this is my first multi-day hike. And I have been listening to so many videos, especially, oh my gosh, one of the creators that I found, his name is Mauser, I'm pretty sure. He is based in Tassie, Australia, which is my home country. So the terrain is like a bit rugged and is worse than where I'm at in Queensland. So I've learned a lot of things from him still. Eventually I want to go to Tasmania and do multi-day hikes there. So anyways, he has been providing so many good tips. So a lot of my packing is from his tips as well. I will also link his channel down below if you're interested. The reason why I'm making this video is I wanted to share my first timer experience, and if there's someone out there doing it for the first time, this video may provide you some guidance or just really background noise if you are cleaning, but hopefully it brings you joy in some type of way, and hopefully you can take away some of the things throughout the video as well that could be useful to you.